As with any project, the look of the home starts off with a black and white drawing. It's just lines. I know that I want to play with a little nod to the mid-century modern, but definitely an Australian coastal take on that. I've got an idea of the colour palette. I know I want some white trim because I'm playing with that Australian coastal style, but those of you who know me well know that I particularly love coloured front doors. How do you select the right white? Well, thankfully, it's not as hard to do as it is for me to say. There are so many whites available. I have fan decks filled with different whites, and that's great because it gives us so many options depending on the project we're putting together. My first tip is to consider the project that you're working on. Hamptons, coastal, is it modern farmhouse? Once you've got the design idea, the direction of the theme, that might help you whether you go for a crisp, clean white or maybe for a warmer white. Now, my second tip is to get some larger brush outs, and if you can't get these, then you can always order a sample pot and create your own. This way you can see how the colour looks in a larger format, and it allows you to move it around the space, either externally or internally. My third tip is to use those brush outs and place it against the other finishes that you might have on your project. All of a sudden you'll find that one of them jumps out and works beautifully against the backdrop, all of your other finishes. If you follow these very simple tips, then you too will be able to select the right white. So how do I pick the feature colours for my projects? Well, it all starts with the concept, the theme or style of project that I'm putting together. In this case, well, it's a guest house and we're located right by the beach. So going with a shade of blue was the perfect choice. Now I actually have lots of tools to work from. I've got fan decks filled with ranges of blues, and I'm also spoiled for choice because I get to use Taubman's Colorsmith Reader. I scanned clothing, I scanned shoes, I scanned cushions, I even scanned the cover of a book. I wanted it dark enough to create nice contrast against the light walls and the timber tones in the flooring. I've got beautiful cladding that I wanted to highlight. It's got that vertical groove and also an embossed timber texture. Well, I'm pretty happy with my choice. It's a nice, rich indigo. I ended up going with one of the colors that I scanned. Its name, well, I've called this Blue Book. I know, very creative, aren't I? Now, any of you that know me well know that I love a punch of color. I can't wait to show you the color I have in mind for the front door. When it comes to creating a beautiful facade, don't underestimate the importance of a great front door. Of course, its size and its profile should match the architecture of your home, but what about the color? When it comes to selecting the right color, well, you almost have endless options. And don't forget that the cost of color doesn't change. Color costs just the same as black or white. And I couldn't be happier with the results. What do you think? I'll see you on the next project.